Well, hello there, Jess. I'm trying to film this video response like a dozen times. And I feel like the only way I'm really going to do it is if I'm doing something else. So, sorry to keep me distracted because I find when I look at the camera, I get all like staring at myself and criticizing myself as I'm doing the video. So I find maybe if I distract myself a little bit, but still look at the camera every now and then, I'll be okay. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing right now. I'm not painting yet, but I hope that I can be painting while I talk. So we'll see how that goes, yeah? I guess I should start by saying that I really liked your video. So this week's topic was a very interesting one, and one that I can appreciate. Because all too often, when we get out of a relationship, we jump into another relationship immediately, with the idea that by doing so, you can get over your ex, you can stop thinking about them, and I understand why people think that. It's just not very healthy. Rebound relationships are a bad idea. I think it's really wise of this viewer to ask, how do you know that you have let go enough of your ex to move on to another relationship? Because you don't want to be alone forever. Nobody wants to be alone forever. I would have to say that I've gone through one very, very, very heart-wrenching breakup in my past. I was dating this person for 4 years. And when we broke up, I felt literally broken. This person was my rock, dude. I depended on her so much. If I think and reflect upon myself and what makes me feel that I've let go of her enough that the relationship that I currently have is a healthy one, those steps that I took, I would have to say the first step the first time I really realized that I was over it, I stopped obsessing over her. But I would have to say, luckily, I was part of the Q Center, and the great thing about that place is they base all the presentations they give any of their groups on the group members' needs. And I was going through this turbulent breakup. Mainly because we were still sharing an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment. Bless their hearts, the Q Center had the beer house often during our groups, and we would talk about things like getting over an ex. And the important things I learned is to have a feeling of indifference to your ex, and the things you have to do to create that indifference probably is forgiving. And for me, that was the hardest thing, because I really got fucked in that breakup. I got fucked. And it kind of sucked. Yeah, fucked. But really, one way that I feel like I really am over it is, as I talk about it, I'm not upset, really. I'm sort of irritated, just thinking, oh, little rat. And I don't know if I'll ever stop thinking that this person's a rat because of the stuff that I was, and honestly, I guess we kind of put each other through hell. Playing the crazy ex-girlfriend, I did, I guess. I can't deny my role in this. But that aside, so I stopped thinking about her all the time, and I started focusing on things that I stopped doing when we got together. I stopped painting, and I guess I just felt foolish painting because it wasn't anything special. And so when we broke up, I started focusing on things that I liked, and I got back into painting. What really took us to let go of each other is by moving away from each other, because we were still sharing an apartment. I mean, when we moved out, it was so much easier to just cut those ties, and ways that I know that I am, I guess I can't say that I'm 100% over it. And I don't know if I'll ever be 100% over it because she helped me through a very, very hard time in my life. And when I think about that hard time, she will always be part of that memory. And maybe even on one hand, I owe her for the way that I am now. Because I went through that crappy, poopy shit. And I'm different as a person now. I like who I am now. I didn't like who I was then. You're probably never going to be 100% healed when you start a new relationship. That's okay. Just know where you are. Be honest with yourself. If you aren't ready to be in a relationship, you shouldn't be in a relationship. You should trust yourself. If you can agree with a lot of the things that I said. Okay, so here's a good example. Probably the best example I can think that you're totally ready to be in a new relationship, and a serious relationship, not a rebound, not a fling, but a serious, complex relationship. This is how you know. You can think about your ex having sex with somebody else, and it doesn't make you break out into tears, and it doesn't make you feel jealous, and it doesn't make you feel ugly or stupid or not good enough. You should be happy for that motherfucker that they're getting some booty and that whatever. You know, when you feel happy for them, that's a good sign that you are over. You are over it. You let it go, honey. And it's also vital that you do not rush this. Some people only take a few months to rebound, or to, not rebound, but to be healthy enough. And then some people need time to think about it and reflect. By doing something that you love, and maybe it's something that you love that you stopped when you started dating this person, can really get you out of that funk. It helped me out, and right now, all I've been able to do is get some white. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I guess I'm just filming myself paint stuff. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you feel happy and content with yourself and you're not haunted by thoughts of your ex and you feel pretty good and happy with yourself and you aren't harboring any ill feelings towards your ex, if you can watch them walk down the aisle and marry somebody else and you're totally fine with that, then go for it, girl. Find somebody who loves you better than their ex. You always want to shoot for better, okay? Alright? You don't need no slime balls. You want somebody who loves you, and you want somebody who loves you and tells you often that they love you. And you also want that person to mean it too. It's kind of important too. So, yeah.